Hey everyone, I'm an intern at the Sparks Foundation working in data science and business analytics. This is the first task of my internship. I've worked on simple linear regression for predicting the solution of the problem statement given. Let's have a look. As we can see, the problem statement is predict the percentage of a student based on the number of study hours. The algorithm used is simple linear regression while the language used is Python. So let's have a look what is linear regression. Linear regression attempts to model the relationship between two variables by fitting a linear equation to the observed data. One variable is considered to be an explanatory variable, which is the independent variable, and the other is considered to be a dependent variable. Let's have a look at what the equation for linear regression is. A linear regression line has an equation of the form y is equal to a plus bx, where x is the independent value, y is a dependent variable, b is the slope of the line, while a is the intercept. We've started our code by importing the required libraries such as pandas, numpy and matplotlib. We've then moved on to importing and reading the data which is given in the problem statement through a link or a URL. We've printed the first 10 heads of the data, and then after the data is imported, we printed a string which is the data has been imported. We've moved on to plot the data set. Then we've started preparing the data set for the model, that is dividing it into the train and test split. Then we've moved on to training the data set using the linear regression, that is fitting the linear regression model to the data set. After that, we predicted the result, and then finally we've plotted the regression line on the training data set. Then we've plotted the regression line on the test data set to see the accuracy. We finally compared the actual values, that is the y test, and the predicted values, which is y predict, that is y underscore pred. We've then moved on to testing the model with the asked values. So the asked value was 9.25. So we've moved on to testing what will be the predicted score if a student studies for 9.25 hours. So as you can see, the number of hours is equal to 9.25 as we have inserted here, and the predicted score we got is 93.69. We've then moved on to evaluating the model. Now for evaluating this model, we have used the mean absolute error method. As you can see, we got a score of 4.18, which is a pretty good score. Thank you everyone and have an amazing day ahead.